What's up, perspective people? It looks like Screen Junkies have released an honest trailer for Dragon Ball Super Superhero. They're very late on this, but I'm just glad they did it. I love Screen Junkies. I think they make some of the funniest, movie videos there are. So without further ado, let's check it out and react. This is gonna be good.
From the studio that brought you Japanese Spider-Man.
Hell yeah!
And the franchise that launched 1 billion weebs comes a film with as many plot holes, pacing issues, and predictable fights as the anime.
I still love
you'll
it
forgive
though.
it all because these characters raised you more than your parents. Dragon Ball Super.
I don't think they're lying.
Superhero. Strap in for a new kind of Dragon Ball movie that takes inspiration from Toriyama's colorful originals, Shintani's excellent work on the previous film, and some of the worst-looking games on PlayStation 2. To update the visuals for a new generation, because the only thing millennials actually killed is 2D animation.
I'm offended.
Last time on Dragon Ball, the Red Ribbon Army sought the wish-granting Dragon Balls to rule the world. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, the Z Fighters assembled to save Earth by squeezing their butt cheeks so hard their hair changed color.
That's just on the toilet though.
On Dragon Ball GT, we don't talk about that one. But last time on Dragon Ball Super, a new group of heroes got added to the mix, to the point where you can barely keep track of who's who. Wait a second. Huge main cast of extended family, old villains keep joining the crew? None of the physics make sense? Dragon Ball's Japanese Fast and Furious. They're even obsessed with butts. Next time on Dragon BBLZ.
That's actually true to like Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball.
Magenta. He runs Red Ribbon Pharmaceuticals, but it's a front for a world-conquering army. Like if the Sackler family were less evil, he'll recruit Dr. Hito, a child scientist, and the exact midpoint between Gru and Syndrome, with the universe's mightiest heroes, Goku and Vegeta, sidelined by a missed phone call. It's up to Piccolo to save Earth from Hito's creations with his ultimate technique, hyper child abuse.
What's Dragon Ball without Piccolo being an abuser?
In deadly combat, and once again derails Gohan's normal life to go get beat down by androids. But hey, when the only competition for best dad is these two, sometimes showing up is all it takes. Piccolo's not the stepfather, he's the father who stepped up. After some entertaining warm-ups against Tweedledum and Tweedledork, get ready for the main event against Cell Max, a kaiju who looks like the creature from the Black Lagoon ate the creatine from the Gold's Gym. He has only one weakness, getting hit on the top of the head
Yeah,
really
I thought that was
hard.
stupid.
Isn't that everyone's weakness? To stop him, Piccolo will have to raise the Dragon Ball's power level in order to raise his power level and provoke Gohan into raising his power level before provoking Gohan into raising his power level again and raising his power level again. But when Dr. Hito raises his power level and Magenta raises his power level and Cell Max raises his power level, their new ally must raise his power level and Piccolo must once again raise his power level so that Gohan can raise his power level so hard, you guys, until everyone changes color and gets new hair and explodes in a white-hot ball of pent-up testosterone. This whole franchise is a metaphor for puberty. That's why the theater I saw it in smelled crazy, huh? So push up your glasses with your middle finger like all the very serious anime guys do. And just make up all the rules as you go along. Because Dragon Ball Super Superhero isn't here to make new friends. It's just a love letter to the fans who stuck with it since the Toonami days.
That is
and
true.
An epic scale
It was definitely a love letter.
Never goes out of style. Fight, 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 should get up and go to the gym, huh? Goku's got it. Starring My Hero Academia, Finally Relevant, Musowini, Pugsley-san, Android Twins.
生物学者のふりをしていますが
One of us, one of us.
One of
Sell
us.
out. Peter Pan. You see this bad boy in a silk shirt? You know they mean business. That's my Superman. Doctor.
This was such a great movie, man. It has flaws, right?
Did I just watch a cat god get an erection? Whisk the juice. The leftovers.
But it was enjoyable. It was
Grill me
like,
softly. Do you even lift brawl? And New Balls Drag Race. The fast and the burliest.
いつ危険が襲ってくるかもわからないんだぞ。
そんなことまだありますかね
Yes, because it literally happens once a year for the past 30 years. You know
and every
who
time
didn't get enough
Gohan
screen
is
time in this
weakened
one?
after he becomes
Vegeta.
like the
We
strongest.
tracked every scene he's in the anime to find out all of his battle stats, and most importantly, how many times he stands really high up, looking down on people with his arms crossed. It's a lot. Click the thumbnail on the right to find out in the latest episode of By the Numbers.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
see, I liked Dragon Ball Superhero. It obviously Dragon Ball Super Broly was like 10 times better, but Superhero was to me more of a Dragon Ball movie than a Dragon Ball Z movie. What I mean by that is it was more about characters and story than it was about action. But you know, that's what made Broly so good was it had a good story, but the action knocked it out of the park. So the action wasn't bad in this. It's just you know, and it was also weird that they made this movie. It's going to be based off of, you know, it's ahead of the manga. So now they're making a manga that's actually kind of catching up to this movie. So there's like all these debates, you know, by the conclusion of this movie, does that mean Gohan is the strongest, you know, Beast Gohan? Or if Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct are still stronger? It's debatable depending on how you look at it. If that is the end game, that's what Toriyama is going for. You know, with because you think about it, right? Like every ending that Z has had, besides the Frieza saga, has kind of concluded with Gohan being the number one guy. In the Cell saga, he was the strongest at the end. Buu saga, he was supposed to be the strongest, but because it's so popular, they had to, you know, flush out Super. And now it's like getting into that debate again. But I personally feel like Gohan will, at the very end of however they want to do it, Gohan will end up being the mightiest protector. So, well, anyways, that was the video. They did not disappoint. I love Screen Junkies. I love this trailer they did. It's hilarious. And but what are your opinions on this or Dragon Ball Superhero in general? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and click that post notification bell. And until next time, have a good one.